Twiction.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. I know it's been a while. I apologize for that. I've actually been gone at sleepaway camp, and then the day I came back from that, which was 2 months long, I went to California. So right now we're doing some Skywars, and I'll have to make a little bit of an update video. So this is going to be like a not live commentary. I'm trying it out, so hopefully it works well. I don't know. I have a lot of stories to tell you guys. So I spent my first 2 months at camp as a CIT. They put me in charge of 12 8-year-olds, I think. Yeah, 12 8-year-olds. And that was for a solid 3 days. And it was a pretty cool experience. One kid almost died, you know, different story, different time. But then I came back, went to California, stayed in San Francisco. My hotel was actually right outside of Chinatown. It was the weirdest hotel, man. It was an arts hotel. So like all the French people, you know, all the French internationals that wanted to visit San Francisco, I swear, my entire hotel was French. So we get there, walk in, and I'll hopefully find this photo now, and I'll put it up on the screen. I don't know where it is, but on top of my bed, where I was going to go in and sleep, were these giant pair of black breasts that were sculptured into the wall. And it was the scariest thing. It was so intimidating, guys. You have no idea. Oh, look at me picking up this double kill, though. So I'm walking in, I see that. I'm like, alright, this is going to be a fun vacation, right? So my first day, I go ahead and I go to the Giants game. After the Giants game finishes, it was Giants and Nationals, and obviously I'm from Maryland, so Nationals is my team. We leave the game, and there's 4 guys. Or my bad, 2 guys and 1 girl. The girl walks over to this guy, and he's like, "Yo, if you're doing anything tonight, bring $100 and bring a couple friends, and we can have a fun time." So like, obviously, she was like a prostitute or something, and the guy's like, "Yo, do you have any special deals or something? I have another man with me." She's like, "Yeah, I'll do 2 other guys for 100 extra." And the guy just he looks straight at me, and he's like, "You, I need you," because he only had 1 friend with him. So he looks over to me and he's like, "Yo, are you big?" And I'm like, "Yo, I'm huge." This is a completely random guy, may I add, in the middle of San Francisco. He's like, all right. If you want, you can go ahead and join me." And I look at him and I'm like, how old do you think I am? You see, like, the way I work is I'll go with anything until it gets too serious. Like, I'll always, like, mess with telemarketers and all that. Like, I'll mess with real people, as long as it's not going to get anyone hurt. So I'm talking to him with him for a while, and I'm like, "You guess my age?" He's like, 22. I'm like, close. So he starts guessing higher for some reason. I really don't think I look above that age, but for some reason he got that impression. So he's like, "Okay, 23, right?" I'm like, no. And I point downwards, and he's like, "Oh god, 21, downwards, 20, downwards, 19, downwards, 18, downwards," and then he just walked away. I'm 17, by the way. So I thought that was pretty funny, and yeah, hopefully he found his 4th guy. So that was like my first night, so that already sets the mood for the entire vacation, basically. After that incident, we went to some, well, our hotel was right outside of Chinatown, so we ended up spending a day in there. And I never realized this. Probably most of you guys are going to be like, "Yeah, of course, man, that's what Chinatown is." They sell the exact same merchandise in every single store. The same price, the same locations, it just has different colors. And I'm like, okay, I mean, I guess so. Like, it was pretty stupid. I was looking for all this clothing. I had a lot of friends there, too, in California. I tried to meet up. That didn't really work out so well. What was the next thing that happened? I almost died. That was cool. This is a little bit off topic, out of order, but I just dropped my brother off at Virginia Tech to go back to college yesterday, and on my ride back, so I don't have my license yet. I still have my permit. I'm working towards my license, so my parents are letting me drive, but like they're really nervous about it. There is this flatbed truck that is right in front of us, and the truck has a washing machine and a dryer machine in the very back of it, and has ropes on top of it. So I didn't think anything of it, man. You know, like, I was just doing me, just driving along, no problem, nothing wrong with it, right? So as we're driving, the guy switches lanes and he drives right in front of me, and I'm like, okay, no biggie. I'll slow. And as he's turning, I see one of the ropes comes off, and the washer machine slowly drives off, or slides off the back of the truck, and it ends up breaking, hitting the floor, and exploding into like 20 pieces. So my mom is like some very uptight woman. If you've ever seen her in her live streams, so, like, she squeezed my brother's arm as hard as she could. My brother was like half asleep, so he didn't know what was happening. My dad was yelling at me the entire time, and I swerved off the road barely enough, and we dodged it, so I lived. But that was at 70 miles per hour, man. That could have been the end. That was scary, not gonna lie. I was not ready for that. Alright, this guy over here, I swear, I was in this room, right? And yeah, he wasn't there. He wasn't there. I don't know what happened to him. Oh, right, okay. So we're walking back from Alcatraz. Or we took a ferry back from Alcatraz. If you guys don't know what it is, it's a prison that's on an island. It's a very famous prison that's not being used anymore. It's like we had a tour of it. And so we just got back, and we're walking around, and out walks this really, really drunk guy. And he walks over to us, and he's like, yo, do you have money on you? So, I mean, obviously, why would I tell him if we had money? Like, that's like the stupidest thing you could do. So I look at him, and I'm like, nah, man, I don't have any money on you. And he looks straight at me, he's like, don't be messing with me, man. Obviously, he didn't say messing, but, you know, for the sake of a Minecraft commentary. He's like, yo, don't be messing with me, man. Like, what do you have on you? And I'm like, all right, I have $5. I swear, man. I just went from the bar. I just came from that bar over there, the Blue Moon over there. Which, by the way, Blue Moon's not a bar. And he's like, all right, give me your money then. But he didn't believe me. So what I did is I reached into my pocket and I pulled out all the money from my wallet except for like a few bills. But like I didn't know if they were the bills in the front or the bills in the back. And I organized my wallets. Those could either have been 20s or they could have been $1 bills. So I could have been either really screwed or not screwed at all, because I'd be lying to him. So I do that, and my brother's with me, by the way. My parents are a few blocks behind because they're really slow walkers. And I'm like, oh my god, Jeff, what do we do? What do we do? Like, I didn't say that out loud, obviously. Like, I just had those eyes, like, holy crap. So he looks at me and he's like, this guy is so drunk. Like, if we wanted, we could just run away. So, like, I'm reaching in my pocket. He's expecting me to do that. He didn't have any knife, no gun, no nothing on him. Didn't look like he was reaching for anything. He was just straight up walked up to us and asked for money. He was intimidating, but he was, you know, wobbling everywhere. Don't ask why that lava was placed. I was trying to eat my golden apple, alright? Anyways, so my brother and I are like, alright, on my count. So we just start sprinting away. And the guy looks at us, and, like, he starts jogging off after us. But then he just gives up after like a few seconds. He's like, God damn it, not again. So apparently we weren't the first people that night that saw that he was way too drunk to actually function. So yeah, we got away with that. No biggie. That night, actually, on the Alcatraz tour, my dad's a really big science geek and history geek. And he's asking the group all these questions, our tour guide. And my dad's answering them like, oh yeah, there was 53,232 people there. You know, from 1930 was the highest occupancy, like just all these things. My dad knows random facts. The guy's really impressed, so at the end we started talking to him. And the cruise ship, or the ferry to go back to the mainland, was actually was decently far. Like the time away from when the next trip was like 20-30 minutes, so we just had some talking time. We're like sitting around and doing nothing. My dad ended up just talking with them. So they had like a little geek off, you know, talking about all these facts and how amazing it is that they're there and how historic or whatever. And then the guy's like, you know what? I think you'd appreciate this. Or, like, appreciate what? And he walks over to us and he has keys. Obviously, he's a tour guide. And he lets us into some side entrances that are staff only. And he shows us around these really, really cool areas. And we're in this really odd, unrestricted area, which no one's supposed to be in, only the top staff members, which he wasn't even. He had the keys of his friend who was a top staff member because they were on their day off. And, yeah, so we got to go back there, we toured it. I thought that was pretty cool, it was a lot of fun. Didn't die that day, haven't died yet. You know, I have a couple more stories to tell y'all. I've been telling you a lot of stuff in live streams. If you guys have been missing those, I've been trying to do them every day or every other day, depending on my schedule. Anyways, I'd like to thank y'all for listen to this. Hopefully you don't think I'm dead. I'm not trying to abandon you guys. Senior year, my schedule's a little bit busy, but you know how it goes. There's still a little bit of stuff to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, just let me know. Leave a rating. I don't care, like, dislike. Just let me know if you think it's a good content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.